got you. I will be back here. And I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Trey Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front. Trey Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
I'm a pumpy cut forever.
Feels great, baby.
Yo, motherfuckers. Look at us. Look at us. Top of the fucking division.
Feels great, baby.
Feels great. Puppy cunt for life. I mean, here we are. I want to... I can't even believe the shit I read today. I read a national newscaster saying Jimmy G is in the MVP conversation. After last week, there were people that wanted to literally staple him to a cross. And
They wanted to see Brock Purdy.
They did. People called for Brock Purdy. We saw some things this week that were fucking unbelievable, and we're going to talk about them.
I'll tell you what. I told Steve this last night in a text. Mm-hmm. This game makes driving to Charlotte on Friday much more stomachable.
Is he going?
No.
Yeah.
It would have been real brutal to have to drive to Charlotte after the Denver game.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but I mean,
I'm feeling good.
I mean, you got to feel good.
I'm feeling good.
The only concern would be, do they play down to their opponents?
Oh, yeah. I don't even... this team has done this to us so many times.
I know.
That, like, it is what it is. Like, this is going to happen. We're going to beat good teams and lose to shitty teams, and it's going to be an up and down ride. It just is what it is. That's what this team is with this quarterback and this setup. We're going to be in every game because of this defense, or just about every game. But in the end, this team has a chance to win the Super Bowl. That's all I know.
All right, so let's just back up one second here. This is the Gold Blooded Podcast, you fucking savages. I am Joey I, joined by Bob, Robert, and we are here to discuss all things San Francisco football 49er related, as well as my fucked up life. Niners played Monday night this week. Did you get any Sunday football watching in there?
A little bit, not much.
Yeah. The Division 1, right? Division wins on Sunday this week. So we had Arizona win. We had Seattle fucking beat the Lions. So here we are Monday night against the Rams. And what do the Niners do? They come out and they mollywop the fucking Rams. They continue the trend of kicking the fucking Rams in the dick. Making a mockery of them at every level. Shanahan mocking McVay. Mike McGlinchey mocking Ramsey, as well as Deebo mocking their entire fucking defense. Nick Bosa just leading the league in sacks. Just a phenomenal game all around. Where would you like to start, Bob? You want to start with the news? You want to start with the game? What do you want to do?
I think, we discussed not coming with a full-on injury report.
Yes.
So I think we'll just mix it in there.
Okay.
One bright note was that Brunskill played a little bit this game.
Brunskill!
So that was cool. He's dominated Aaron Donald, as we know.
Yes.
So it's cool to get him in there. He didn't start the game, but he played a lot of it.
Yes, he did.
Kinlaw did not play, which is concerning.
I was going to ask about this.
That's concerning.
What happened? I mean...
It's that same knee, so who knows?
Fuck, I thought that thing was straightened out.
Hopefully it's just a flare-up in the healing.
I mean, you would have thought, hey, we're going to need him for this game, but they did it, and they stopped their run pretty well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the good news is that with some of our top defensive linemen out, this defense still rolls. That's what's great.
Yeah, the depth of this defense.
And we're still working on getting Jimmy Ward, Jason Verrett.
Well, those guys are practicing tomorrow. So when you're listening to this, Verrett and Ward are supposed to be practicing. So we may see the secondary get a fucking injection of hot fucking beef this Sunday.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they'll... I mean, I assume Jimmy Ward will start over Gibson, but you can't take Hufanga out.
But he
ain't going nowhere.
Let's be serious. Gibson played a fucking great game.
Yeah, he's played since he's been here.
He had 2 or 3 plays that I noticed him, big time.
Yeah, I don't know about Verrett getting in, though.
I hear you.
I don't know who you take out.
I mean...
Mosley... I mean, you're not taking out Mooney Ward, that's for sure.
I think you're taking out Lenore.
Well, he's in the slot.
Right.
I don't think so. I don't think you'll see Verrett in the slot. I mean, you might. He's done it before. But Lenore has played great.
Yeah.
If we found a fucking slot replacement for K'Wan Williams and Diamador Lenore, that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, no.
That's a guy we thought we were going to send to the scrap pile eventually.
And here he is.
Starting and playing well. I love that. And we thought...
pipe.
Everyone thought Womack was going to take that job, and Lenore has taken it over.
Yeah, we were all high on Womack after the 2 interceptions in the preseason, and Lenore finally stepped up. But, I mean, I expect we'll see a big jump from, what was his name? You just said it.
Lenore?
No.
Womack
next year. It's so hard to come in as a rookie. It really is.
I mean, Hufanga just keeps going. This is his second year.
Yeah, exactly.
He might be the hot spot in the defense. He might be our MVP right now.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Bosa destroying everyone.
Yeah. I love the kid Drake Johnson. Or Jack, what's his fucking name? Drake?
Our top draft pick this year? Yeah.
What's his last name? Jackson. I was right.
Yep.
I was right the first time.
No, you weren't the second time.
What did I say the first time?
I think you said Johnson, Jackson.
All right. That's racist.
It's kind of racist, yep.
7 sacks, Bob. 7 sacks. Did not allow a touchdown. They still have yet to allow a touchdown in the first half of any game this season. And here we are now. No touchdowns in this game at all. What have they allowed all year? 6 points? I mean, it's
pretty
fucking
incredible.
Insanity. I mean, the story is the defense. The story is Deebo had a game. Let's not kid ourselves here. But that Deebo play is the hardest play you could imagine.
The only thing in recent history that tops it or comes close to
is the Kittle
play.
Yeah.
Against the Saints.
I feel
that was a bigger moment. That was game ending if he didn't get it.
Type of deal. Yeah.
But it wasn't for a touchdown.
So tell me if you felt this same way. Did you feel the defense was bringing a high energy and the offense was trying to get there, and they were doing well. But the defense was just brilliant, and the crowd was there, and I felt it sitting on my couch, and that play like opened the top off.
Yeah,
like
of course.
That could be a season-changing play.
For sure it can. And imagine Jimmy G. First of all, it's like a poorly thrown ball.
Terrible!
I mean, it's not terrible in that if it was any lower, it would have been an interception.
No question.
So it had to be high.
Yep.
But it was a make-a-wish throw, and then Deebo just breaks everyone's tackle and takes it to the house. He almost had a second one. That other one, he almost took that to the house.
Did you see what Deebo posted?
He's been posting nonstop. He's been going back and forth today with Ramsey.
So Ramsey somewhere had a video of himself saying like, "I am the man," and then Deebo spliced himself right after that, being like laughing. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that stuff.
Well,
it's too early in the season, and we have to play them again.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened after we beat them to get into the playoffs, and then what happened in the NFC Championship. I'm all for it if it puts us in a Super Bowl or knocks them out of the playoffs. It's just way too early. We still got to go to their house, which is our house, and we might see them in the playoffs, and I don't like it this early. It always bothered me.
To be honest with you, unless something happens with their offensive line, they're not going to make the playoffs.
It's just what I don't like about it is like nothing has been proven. Like their last win against us knocked us out of a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like we literally are tied with them at 2-2. The whole division's 2-2, and we just got smashed by the fucking barely squeaked by the fucking Broncos, and we lost to the Bears. So slow the fuck down.
I agree.
Also think that because they're so boisterous between Donald and Ramsey, that just running that play was enough. Like Deebo scoring that touchdown is the perfect answer to them talking shit.
Oh, it's
like that's the answer.
I hear you.
I love the on-field stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love McGlinchey getting in Ramsey's ear because Ramsey's the perfect guy to get him to snap.
Oh, for sure. He'll
get kicked out.
He'll get 15 yards.
Oh,
or
yeah.
thrown out or something. Yeah.
What's crazy about that play is the TV video showed Juwan Jennings right next to him. And I thought, that's perfect, because he's a fucking instigator.
Yeah.
He'll get someone pissed. And the angle we saw today of McGlinchey talking shit, Jennings kind of walked away, and McGlinchey did it. And I was like, whoa, didn't see that.
Did he get hurt?
Who?
Juwan Jennings.
I don't think so.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
He wasn't on any injury report.
That he went out?
Maybe. He wasn't on injury report. The bad news from the game, Colton McKivitz is an MCL sprain. He's probably out 2 months. And he was filling in for Trent Williams.
Yeah.
The good news is, we didn't notice too much that Jalen Moore was in for the rest of the game.
I was going to tell you how impressed I was with the offensive line as a whole in this game.
Yeah, I think Shanahan has a lot to do with that. If you noticed, there was a lot of 2 tight ends. There's a lot of giving help to the other linemen that aren't Trent Williams, putting the tight end on that left side with him, which is fine. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. I mean, who better to help than George?
You know Jimmy was clean? No sacks,
He had a couple close calls, too. He got out of a couple.
He did. He definitely had a pro move on one of them. Like, it was the way he threw it away was it was professional. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
So McKivitz, I don't know what the plan is there. I assume Moore will get the start, but we're going to have to get somebody up to back him up.
They're going to have to do something. I'm sure they're working on bringing somebody in or something.
Armstead left with his plantar fasciitis, which is what kept him out of last week.
Okay.
So I don't know how that works. I've had it before, but I was able to stretch it out. I don't know if giving him, a cortisone shot or what for next week. I'm hoping he's back. I don't know what's going to go on with Kinlaw. On some good news, bad news and good news. Bad news is what we expected to happen is Azeez Al-Shaair was put on IR. With his, what did he have, MCL or something?
Right.
But the good news there is Trent Williams was not placed on IR.
Okay, yeah, they're saying he could be like 5 weeks or less or something.
Well, if they thought he was going to be long, they would have put him on IR. Right. And now you won't put him on IR because it goes longer, so it looks good. Yeah. He told somebody last night, too, he'll be back soon. I forget who it was.
I like that.
So I don't know if we'll see him in Carolina. I mean, it's a 2-week trip.
So maybe Atlanta.
But you're saying I doubt they're going to fly him.
Right. Okay.
I doubt they're going to fly him unless he's ready to play in Carolina. It's real weird. So
you don't think they just keep him with the team anyway?
Not usually because
he's a captain.
The problem with those injuries is flying. The pressure change fucks us with the injury.
Okay.
Sometimes they feel good, and
Yeah.
they fly, and the pressure change fucks the injury up.
You can take a motorcycle.
I mean, you do have the down week. They're staying on the East Coast again
Can I give you...
between the two games.
Yeah, I said West Virginia.
Yeah.
Can I give you one... I don't know how to say this. Like, criticism? I mean, I know not a lot of people are criticizing on this stage, but can I give you one criticism?
Of me or of the 49ers?
Yeah.
Both, yes, but...
The Niners.
Okay.
And it's of the offense. It seems like there is a lot of first down and sometimes second down plays. And I know what they're trying to do. I know they're trying to set up for a kill shot or something. You know what I mean? But it just seems like we find ourselves in 2nd and 9, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 8. A lot more. I don't want to say wasted plays, but it seems like there's a lot of that. And I know the Rams is a good defense.
No. What it is the running game's not going.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I hear you.
Because in the past, we tear off 4 or 5 on a first down run, and that sets us up for the rest of the downs. And that's not happening. I mean, the numbers are skewed because of the one run where Jeff Wilson broke off for a touchdown.
Yep.
So the numbers are going to look funky. But he was getting bottled up. He started running good later on in the game, but in the beginning it wasn't.
After they were worn down.
Yeah.
I think.
When he scored that touchdown, I said to my wife, we were watching the game, I go, it's like backwards day. Like we're using the pass to set up the run instead of the run to set up the pass.
Hey.
As long as they're both working.
Right. I don't
Nobody
give
gives a fuck.
I do think that should be said. That was a nice, that touchdown run.
Yeah, it was great. He was untouched.
Exquisite.
Untouched. There was a big Kittle block.
Yep.
I think there was a big Dwelly block, but he went in untouched.
And
nobody got a finger on him.
Okay, so a couple things here. Did you see how bad Brandon Ayuk burned Ramsey?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah, that wasn't the first.
He didn't throw the ball. He didn't get the ball, but he burned the shit out of Ramsey.
He also got beat on the, was it the Jeff Wilson one? There was more than the Deebo one where he got burned.
Yeah, he didn't have a...
No. He's never been that good.
I was saying to, myself, fuck Kittle, where is he? And then here he comes in the second half, has 2 huge balls. One of those was a big first down, right?
Yeah.
Juszczyk, the same thing, really came on in the second half.
Wilson was 18 carries for 74, but that one was 32. If you take that out, then he's 17 for 43.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's brutal. But the touchdown was a thing of beauty. I mean,
yeah.
And the other thing I want to say about the Deebo touchdown was the fucking angles he finds. The lanes are so unique. You don't see, he doesn't run a typical running back, wide receiver, tight end. Like, he runs the field almost. You know who I could compare him to almost? T.O.
The Ayuk pancake at the end. Did you catch that?
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Amazing.
I mean, top.
And credit to Deebo in the postgame. He gave Ayuk the credit for the pancake,
Yeah.
too. Made sure that everybody knew.
Yeah, the Rams are going to be in some trouble unless they get figured the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. So, let's talk about the prediction game, Bob. Let's tell the people who did it.
You were close.
I was close with a 31-13, but I was not close enough because the brainchild of the GBP, Matt motherfucking Matterson, takes it down with a 28-14 victory. Matterson, all praise to you, Allah, my guy. Yeah, I wanna suck the cock of the beast of the week. What you got, Bob?
All right, that was something.
That was something. What do you got?
Where do you want to start?
Offense.
I think that's an easy one. I think nobody can argue with Deebo on that one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, hats off to Jimmy. Hats off to the offensive line.
Yeah.
Hats off to Kyle Shanahan.
I mean, if you saw this stat line, you'd think Jimmy had a great night.
Yeah, and
But 57 of those passing yards was Deebo
right
on that one play.
I also want to say, at least 3 of those or 4 of those maybe, of the misses were throwaways. He threw 2 ridiculous ones at the end of the second half just to waste time.
Yep.
So you make that 16 for 23. That looks a lot better. His
Yeah, I don't even
average
care about that. But
Yeah, no, I know,
the yards go way down, under 200.
Right.
The average goes way down if it
no
wasn't
doubt.
for Deebo. But you still need a guy to get the ball to Deebo to do that, and he did.
He did.
So
Yep. All right.
if you're going to beat him up when we lose, you got to praise him when we win.
All right. There's going to be some, I don't know. This could go a couple ways here on the defensive side of the ball. Whose cock do we suck tonight? Bob?
Man, this is a tough one.
It is hard.
I'm going to give it to Hufanga
Okay.
because that interception sealed the game.
Yeah.
When he ran that back, I said, game over.
Yep.
Game over. I feel fucking fantastic. This was the opposite. The Denver game was one of those games that we're used to where we're like, something's going to go wrong and we're going to lose this game. And this game felt like we could do no wrong. We're not losing this game no matter what happens. And that was the sealed game over fucking moment.
Yeah.
That, to quote you, that made my dick hard.
Yes. And I'll tell you, I got to be honest with you. I dozed off. I was comfortable before that. Like, I was like, they're going to get, like, it was going back and forth and away. And it was 17-9, so it's still 8 points. They got to get a 2. I felt like even if they got a touchdown, they weren't getting a 2-point conversion on us. So I dozed off.
Yeah, well, and worst case scenario, they somehow get 2 touchdowns, somehow get a 2-point conversion. We're still going to overtime.
Right.
It's not over.
Well, no. I'm saying I dozed off when it was 17-9. I dozed off. And what woke me up was the commentator yelling at the interception. So I was like, okay. So you got Hufanga. You got to mention Dre Greenlaw with 15 total tackles, 12 solo, 1 for a loss.
That's the most tackles by a 49er since Navarro Bowman.
Wow.
Against the Giants, Bowman and Will Hoyt both had that amount.
No shit.
Yeah, I want to say it was the solo one, 12.
Okay.
They both had
Yeah.
against the Giants.
So you had 2 guys with 2
In like
sacks.
2011.
Yeah, probably filling in for P. Willie. The other guy, obviously. So you got 2 guys with 2 sacks in Ebukam and Bosa. But what I want to see here is Fred Warner was just he
dropped that interception.
He did.
It hit him in the fucking chest. Oh.
So okay, let's look at Bosa here. Bosa's got 3 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He had 5 quarterback hits.
It's absurd.
It's absurd. I got to give it.
Look
to
at the
Bosa
quarterback
again.
hits. 11.
Yeah, I got to give it to Bosa again. It's you know what?
5 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss. That's absurd. So absurd.
I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to give it to DeMarco Ryans. He put it together.
Is that D'Amico Ryan's brother?
Exactly. It's DeMarco. I don't.
That's kind of racist.
Is there a DeMarco Ryan? Is there?
No, probably not.
Okay,
That's kind of racist.
Whatever.
Johnson, Jackson, whatever.
Listen. They were running fucking blitzes.
Yeah, which is not normal for them.
And they were crisscrossing, flip-flopping, inside, outside.
Yammer Lenore got a fucking sack. And it was a hit, too.
Oh, yeah.
He laid some wood.
He came with a full fucking
8
steam.
tackles.
Who?
Lenore.
I mean, he could be the defensive.
Yeah, for sure.
In another game,
especially stepping up in that position.
No question. He's the beats of the week in a different game.
Yeah.
But I gotta give it to you want to give it to the defense as a whole, but you gotta give it to the guy running the show. D'Amico Ryans.
Freddie had that dropped interception and that fucking bogus fucking penalty.
Fill me in. What was it?
Cooper Kupp, he got a fucking illegal contact.
Oh,
But Cooper Kupp initiated that contact all day.
So bad.
Fred didn't move. He got
So
hit by
bad.
Kupp.
It's
That was total bullshit.
worth mentioning. George almost had a beautiful touchdown there. Yeah, that would have changed the game.
Especially putting that toe in if he got his feet down.
At that time, it would have changed the game, I think, pretty big time. I thought Ray was going to break that punt.
Yeah, he's got to hold on to the ball. He's always scaring me when he's fucking out there, and he fumbled that one. Luckily, we got it back.
He did, but he had one that he looked like he might have broken.
That was late. That would have sealed the game too.
Exactly. Bobby Gold missed one. That was rough, but hey, Because it was at a dicey time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that could have helped seal the game too.
The
pick came after that.
The
It was
other
the drive after the missed field goal. That's why the pick was so big.
right, okay, yes,
Because
absolutely.
the missed field goal would have sealed it better.
Something that I don't think we mentioned. Do you know who the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month was?
I
in
do.
September? Did
I
we
sure
talk
do.
about this here?
We did not. It came out after we recorded.
Why don't you let the people know?
A little guy we might know from Australia.
A little Mitchy
He
Wishy.
became a new father in the last year.
Oh, that's right.
Mr. Wishnowski.
Yeah.
Probably for those punts last week on the fucking half-yard line.
For
and
sticking motherfuckers,
Yeah.
that's why. So yeah.
Attaboy.
And he had another great game tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
last night. The first half, they were butt fucked where they started. All right, what else we got about?
I don't know. What else you want to talk about? What else we got going on here? I'm trying to remember. There was stuff happening.
I mean,
Charlie Warner had a touchdown if that ball was thrown better. Oh, there was a throw. I want to say it was a Deebo screen where he didn't get far. And fucking Juice was wide open for a touchdown. Oh, it hurts so bad. And the plate is designed for something and you've got something in mind and everyone wants to kill Jimmy when he misses those. But
I hate that.
you can't. Of course, we're watching from above.
I know.
We're watching and somebody's got to show a replay for us to even see it. I didn't see it live. But he is so wide open. There's no one anywhere.
What's crazy is they have people like Aaron Donald and Nick Bosa chasing after quarterbacks, and they still throw a touchdown one way or the other, but there happened to be somebody that was more open. You know what I mean? It's fucking insanity. People are fucking cunts.
I mean, Juice was fucking wide open.
Yeah, it happens. So the way it stands right now, the Niners are at the top of the NFC West, based on head-to-head, however it goes, tiebreakers.
Yeah,
the Niners
we
got
beat
it.
Seattle and Los Angeles.
Yeah, and for whatever reason against Arizona.
Those are big games. Winning those division games, they're both home, so you got to win those.
Yeah.
We got to win the road ones that count even more, obviously, because if you can do both. But those, when it comes down to the end of the year, those are the ones that mean more. If we're gonna be 2-2, rather beat Los Angeles and Seattle and lose to Denver and Chicago than the opposite.
Yep. The Chicago one stings a little bit because it's conference, but at the end of the day, if you got to pick 2 to win, 2 to lose, you want to win in the division.
After watching that game and this weekend of games, there's no reason this team shouldn't win the West. At the very least. And we all know it's just about getting in. Once you get in, anything can happen.
It's 4 games. Anybody can get hot. Look, think about this. Now, if the Niners take this game and now go on a 4-game fucking tear, right? That's what you literally need to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So, they got to get in that, they got to get in that right mind frame. And, listen, everybody said the right things. Everybody did the right things. You bounce back from a shitty loss just like this. You almost wish... Oh, by the way, it was so clear somebody with Grant Cohn, and when he asked the question, it was so clear. It must have been Shanahan. He was gave such an answer, and then it must have been Grant Cohn, went to continue the answer, and Shans just turned to the next person and just, fuck you. Didn't even give him a second look.
It's a real cunt.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think I got anything.
We're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him light tonight. Daddy had a rough week, so here we are. We are the Gold Blooded Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. However it is that you listen to us, you can leave a review there for us, and we will maybe find that review. Or you could just email us and say, "Hey, you guys are my friends. I want to be friends and introduce yourself." goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to check the comings and goings of us, you could see what goes on over at the Instagram with Big Baby Boy Curran. Gold Blooded Podcast, one word. Do you think you'll cross paths with Curran in Carolina?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. Patreon. If you
I didn't even know he had a fiance, let alone
that
they were going to the game.
I hear that. You could always hook up.
I could just get dinner with Wendy.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, me and my wife and Wendy.
That'd be dope. If you want to donate to Rob's dinner fund, we'll get a takeout. Miss Wendy, Patreon / Gold Blooded Podcast. Send the ducats there. The sponsor over here, the people that keep the lights on here at the Gold Blooded Podcast, LuckyRoseTattoo.BigCartel.com. You can buy swag, you can buy fucking gift certificates for tattoos, or you could just get in your car and drive on down to Middlebury, Connecticut. Get tattooed, fuckers. Oh, Bob, it's been a fucking week.
Thank God the 49ers won the week you had.
I said
Who knows how many lives were saved?
Oh my God.
Including your own.
Definitely my own. I was
thinking about you during the card debacle.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how last week we discussed you having a lethal dose of drugs to take the family out.
Yeah.
And how any of those steps along the way might have been the straw that made you reach into that.
So I'm just gonna give like a 10 sentence synopsis of this bitch. 3 weeks ago, I drove my it's got a Hemi in it bitch truck through a river and hydro locked the motor, more or less, deeming the vehicle totaled. So my wife and I did some research and found a reputable used car dealer who specialized in foreign automobiles. We purchased a used Saab, which I drove off the lot and broke down 30 miles later, had towed back to the dealership. He called me 2 days later, said it was fixed. I drove it 5 miles. It was spewing antifreeze everywhere. So I was pretty much under the assumption I had wasted $4,000. But I drove it here tonight, so on top of the car debacles, I also had to watch my sister's 3 children for 3 days or 4 days. So I had about as fucked up as like a, 3-week fucking stretch as you can have. And if the Niners had lost, it would have been fucked. It would have been, like, I've tried to stay positive. And I gotta tell you, I keep telling myself, like, I say to myself, you know, I've sworn to Jessica that I'm not going to kill myself until, like, we're out of debt and all this shit, you know. Like, I won't do it until then. I promise I'm not going to leave you in debt. But, like, I've had a couple times where I've just been like, fuck her in this debt. Like, we have enough money in the bank where she can offset the debt and still have some money. You know what I mean? But I keep telling myself, this is the final hump. It's on the other side of this hump. And I'm hoping that this is the case.
On a lighter note, I'm pretty sure that I know why we lost to Denver and won against the Rams.
Why?
I was dragging my feet on buying tickets to the Carolina game.
Oh.
Not because there was any chance of me not going, but because I was just waiting for money to situate correctly. Right. And I was watching a lot of different tickets and trying to figure out what I wanted. And I bought them in the week between the 2 games. I think it was my lack of the team was feeling my lack of commitment.
Maybe so.
And me making the commitment gave them the confidence they need. I will say we should have put money on them to win the Super Bowl before they won this game because their odds have significantly changed.
Somebody told me that, yeah.
Significantly.
I'm willing to bet the Nick Bosa fucking odds are.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm liking that shit. All right, everybody. Yeah, it's been a long week here in Connecticut. Fuck it. We're keeping the course. We know the deal. Fuck the Rams. Fuck Sean McVay. On to the next week. See you next episode. Twatties.